Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tutor Hustle for Teachers podcast, episode 3. I am your host, Kelly Michelle Duramshi. I am a tutor and a tutor coach, and you can find me at tutorhustleforteachers.com or on the Tutor Hustle for Teachers Facebook group, which is a Facebook group for teachers who tutor, teachers who want to start tutoring, or just tutors in general. Anybody who tutors is welcome to join and talk tutoring and how to grow and start your tutoring side hustle or your big tutoring business, whatever works for you. That's what Tutor Hustle for Teachers is all about. And this episode is actually about just that. How big do you want to grow your tutoring business? What are your tutoring dreams? Do you want to have like a big tutoring center and hire lots and lots of tutors? Do you want to be able to tutor online full time and work from home and never have to go in the classroom again? Do you want to just tutor as a side hustle to your teaching job and supplement your income? All of those tutoring dreams are beautiful, and everyone's dream is going to be different. So what is your dream? And I want to say that it's great to dream big and want to grow big. I think that's wonderful, and it's really inspiring to hear about tutors who have grown their businesses into, really big things like big tutoring centers, big online operations. They've hired other tutors, and I think that is really, really inspiring, and I love hearing those stories. It's also inspiring to hear about people who just stay small and they love tutoring and they've built their business just the way that they want it. And it serves them really well and it serves their students really well. I think that's also really inspiring too. And I have to tell you that right now, for me, in my tutoring dream, I actually am okay with staying small. I actually like having my small business just the way it is. I always want to, grow it a little bit. And I shouldn't say always. Sometimes I don't want to find more students. Sometimes I'm happy with the number of students I have. Right now, we're going into summer, and I wouldn't mind finding some more students and growing a little bit. But to be honest with you, I don't want to grow too big. And I'll tell you that when I first started, I wasn't sure where this business was going to go or what I wanted to do with it. My number one goal was to leave the classroom after 20 years as a public school teacher here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. My number one goal was to get out of classroom teaching and leave the classroom forever. That was really all I wanted to do. But I still wanted to teach, and tutoring allows me to do that. It allows me to have the freedom to teach who I want, when I want, how I want. I design my own program, my own curriculum. Nobody can tell me what to do, which is so awesome because I love teaching, but I don't really like being confined by curriculums and classrooms and bossy administrators and all that stuff. So tutoring is really perfect for me. It is the perfect, most amazing way to teach. And all I wanted to do was just tutor all the time and not have to work in the classroom. But one thing I learned is that I have kind of a limit to how much I can tutor and how much I can be really on and giving my full energy to my students. And I don't want to go over that limit because I want them to always get the best, the very best of me, and get all the energy that I can possibly give. So I don't mind staying small. And for me, that's about 10 hours a week. That's about my maximum right now. That could change, right? That could change in the future. But for me, I'm happy to tutor about 10 hours a week. And I don't really want to tutor any more than that. And yeah, I won't make as much money. That's true. But I'm okay with that because 10 hours is the perfect sweet spot for me. I can really give my very, very best to my students. And I don't feel like I'm giving too much and draining my energy. So I really like tutoring 10 hours a week. And when I started my business, and it grew pretty quickly, and I was tutoring a lot more than 10 hours a week, about a year ago, I would have to say, because I got so many students from Facebook advertising, and that's a topic for a whole nother podcast episode. But I got so many students and it grew really, really quickly. And I was tutoring sort of beyond my capacity. And I was like, okay, maybe I should hire other tutors. And I tried to. I went down that road a few times, but every time it didn't work out. It was almost like there was some kind of subconscious block that I had to hiring other tutors. And when I really stopped and did some soul searching about that and listened to myself, I realized that I didn't want to hire other tutors. I just wanted to do this on my own. And I really didn't want to grow past that like 10-hour a week point. It was kind of like I just really wanted to focus on my small business as it was small. It doesn't mean that I didn't want to make it any better, or I didn't want to like add new things or learn new things or tweak what I was doing or add new elements to my tutoring. It doesn't mean that at all. It just meant that I was happy with the size that my business was, and I'm still happy with it. I'm happy with the size that my business is right now. And right now, I don't really want to grow it any bigger than that, even though I have left the classroom and this is my main job. I'm happy to keep it a little bit small, and I'm just happy with it that way. And I may decide to grow it bigger in the future, but for now, I like my business to be on the small side, and I'm happy with my 10 hours a week, to be perfectly honest with you. So it's okay if you want to stay small in your business, and especially if you are teaching full time, or if you're doing any kind of other job full time, you can't do everything, right? There's only 24 hours in the day. So if you're teaching full time and you have like, even just one student, or if you have two or three or four, whatever you have, and you're happy with that, that's like the maximum time you can spend on tutoring, then that's great. Celebrate it. Enjoy it. That's perfect. That is perfect for you. You don't have to do any more than that. And you may hear about other tutors saying, I've just got another student and now I have like 25 or whatever. That's good. That's good for them. Be happy for them. That is wonderful. But don't ever think that you have to have that many students yourself, because you don't. You only have to have as many students as you want to have. It's about your tutoring dream. What is your tutoring dream? You have to make sure that is right for you and you alone. You're your own boss. You're in charge of this. You're in the driver's seat. So you make sure that you're doing what works for you and your business, and don't worry about what other people are doing. Be happy for them, of course, and enjoy their success and celebrate their success with them. But beyond that, don't worry about what they're doing. Focus on your business, what your dreams are, and how big or how small you want your business to be. That's what it's all about. That's the message of this podcast, is how big do you want to grow, or how small do you want to grow? It's entirely up to you. You can grow your business, your tutoring business, in any which way you want. And any way you do it, it's okay. And it's wonderful. And it's your tutoring dream. And I'm very, very happy for you. It is fantastic. Now, my final thought for you about growing your business, how big or how small you want it to be, is this: that if you are a classroom teacher right now and you're teaching in the classroom and you really can't leave, or you don't want to leave, I want you to know that tutoring is a really nice complement to teaching in the classroom. Why? Because, like I said earlier in the podcast, tutoring gives you a lot of freedom to teach what you want. You can design your own program. You're the boss. You can decide when you want to teach, how many hours you want to tutor, what you want to teach the kids that you're tutoring. Like, you're totally in charge of it. And that experiencing that freedom of teaching is really, really refreshing if you work in a classroom. Now, let's say you want to leave the classroom, but you have to get another job. So a lot of teachers are sad right now because they want to leave the classroom, but they're going to have to get another job, like in the private sector or some other type of government job, something outside of teaching. And they're sad because they love teaching. And I know what that's like. Like, I'm a teacher at heart too. They love teaching and they don't want to leave. But guess what? You can have a tutoring business on the side and you can still teach. And you can teach in a way that is so much more joyful than the classroom. You can't even imagine. So if you are leaving teaching and you're moving into another role that's outside of teaching, but you still want to teach, don't be sad. Start a tutoring side hustle, people. It is a great way to still teach and you're going to make some great money on the side as well. So that's my final thought for you. Tutoring is the perfect complement for the teacher who's in the classroom who plans to stay there, and for the teacher who plans to leave the classroom but doesn't want to leave teaching. Tutoring is the solution for you. You can still teach, you can still use your gift of teaching to serve students, and you can make that great income on the side. So thank you so much for listening. I hope that all of your tutoring dreams come true, and I would love to hear what they are and how I can support you. If you have any ideas for content that I can put out for you to support your tutoring dreams, please let me know. Send me an email at tutorhustleforteachers@gmail.com. And happy tutoring, everyone. Bye.